excited.
Woohoo!
Chico, are you ready?
Yes, I am. So,
Let's get started.
I'm fine. I know. I'm playing as Urbosa right now, as you can see, and I'm actually inside the little town right now. And then it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do weak and strong attack, and then also A. Oh wait, Iga is coming. Right now, the little town is under attack by Iga-san. I don't want to talk about why they're here,
I had a nightmare
but
about
the
that shit.
objective is I have to actually defeat
Believe it or
all
not.
three Iga Blade Masters. So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to use Rune to counterattack. And I can use, I just use the stasis now, as you can tell. But each character can use all four different runes in different occasions. So I need to focus on attacking him right now. So I'm gonna let Kay and Kendra talk about what's unique about Urbosa.
Great, thank you so much, Chico. Yeah, Urbosa's gameplay is really fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused on her ability to use an attack with lightning. She has a unique ability to charge up lightning, which is represented by the gauge at the top of the screen. And yep, she's charging it right there. And once it's charged up, she can actually use the lightning in addition to her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some really character specific stuff with it. She also uses lightning in her weak point counters and in her special attacks. And if Chico can get the timing right, after some of these big attacks where there's still some electricity lingering in the air, she can charge up her electricity super quick, which takes a lot of skill and a lot of timing, but it's very satisfying when you can pull it off.
Okay, so I'm running
And
around
and I just wanted to add too, aside from the gameplay that you're seeing, well, first of all, oh wait, no,
oh my gosh,
interrupting myself because there's a Korok.
There it is. It's so cute.
So clearly Koroks are in the stages.
So Link is not the main character.
But this is the first time
every
that
character's
people play
main.
as Urbosa, which is already super awesome. And this area probably looks pretty familiar to some Breath of the Wild fans. And it's cool to see these places.
So great.
Pre-Calamity. But what I did want to say is fans can look forward to getting more backstory on these characters as well. You really get a good look at Urbosa's relationship to Zelda, and also more information about Urbosa's relationship to Zelda's late mother. So if you're like me and you love to get to know the characters and get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild, this game is your opportunity to do that.
That's right. It's really, there's a lot to unpack in here and a lot
Man,
to see.
I really can't wait to get this game.
For fans of Breath of the Wild to be able to take a look, a more in-depth look at this time in the story. All right, and now we're taking a look at Zelda's gameplay, which is also a first look, very exciting. As you can see, she uses the runes as her main attacks.
Oh, yeah.
In addition to being able to use them just like everyone else, and she can create different combinations of runes.
What's Link's moveset then? Before the Calamity.
Swarms of enemies. Oh my gosh. In a very unique way. It's so cool to see Zelda being able to take out these guys.
Yeah, and for me, anytime
this is what makes a good Zelda game.
You get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies as Zelda, it's pretty much a win for me. Because
it's definitely a win for me.
Game.
Yeah. Well, and she's really fun to play as in this one. Nice work. Nice work.
This is my favorite.
She's
I,
great.
I know Zelda's great, but
Her
okay, so I have
also
to
great.
chase
But
after.
Urbosa.
Yes, definitely. I have to chase after the Iga people. So I'm gonna go after that to the location I want to go. Looks like there's a lot of people here.
And for people who are new to the Warriors series, as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help guide you through the process of the gameplay and the action. But you also can turn those off if you want to.
So I'm at this location, and it looks like my objective is to defeat the enemies with loud attack. So I think I need to. Oh, I can't use right now, but I will wait till my rune fills up first. But
Make some noise, Chico.
yeah, so I'm going. Yeah,
Do
yeah,
it.
I'll do that. Hold on. These guys are wild.
This guy's really getting in your
Yep.
way. So as you can see, when you use the Sheikah runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up before you can use it again, which is very similar to how it worked in Breath of the Wild. Oh man, that was a gorgeous takeout right there. And the
So I
reason
guess I
for
did that.
using these loud attacks was to call forth a certain familiar monster. And there he is. Oh man.
You sure it's not a lady though?
I think he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's too scary, and he's coming after me, so I don't think I want to do this. Bye-bye.
No, let's go ahead and
That's it.
let's
No,
escape
no.
to the main menu while we can. So we're gonna go back to the world map and show some of the gameplay between battles, leveling up characters, strengthening weapons, and unlocking things. There it is, very familiar map of Hyrule. Chico, do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, so if you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu look like. You will go from chapter 1 to 3 type thing. But this one, you actually go through different chapters and locations using the map of Hyrule from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And when I first saw this, I was literally screaming because it was so gorgeous, and I just loved it. And,
Man, it looks fucking beautiful.
When you're playing the stages, you collect a lot of different type of materials. So using those materials, you can unlock different locations on the map, like the stage.
So the whole map's
mode,
usable
the
now.
training ground, and even like different dishes you can cook type thing. So one of the things I wanted to show
Man,
is
I can't fucking wait.
Here, blacksmith. So it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be collecting a lot of different weapons while you are in the stage. Not like Breath of the Wild, you don't. The weapons do not break during the stage, but you can use these weapons you collected to strengthen your primary use weapon. So, right now I'm using this sword, but there's other different type of weapons I can get and different ways to use it. So I will use my sledgehammer, iron sledgehammer, and fuse them with all the materials I got so far.
With the level
And
1
I think
soup ladle that you will not neglect.
What?
Don't you dare.
Okay, so
Okay. I was worried.
I shouldn't. Is there okay?
No, use it.
Okay, so
Yes, it's okay.
you can use up to 5 different weapons, and you can strengthen. You of course have to use the rupees, so make sure you collect the rupees when you are in the stage 2. And now I have my sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that.
Oh shit.
Another thing is the materials you collected. You can make the dish. So let's see, this one is ready. So spurred fish dish, and you need the materials 5 fish. So I have that trapped. So now I love that dish. So I can add the recipe for chili fish stew.
Oh my
Right,
god,
and
this
the
game looks
recipes
fucking
can be
gorgeous.
used to
This game looks
give your
perfect.
characters a little bit of a buff before you go into
This is
battle.
playable Zelda,
And
playable
there are a
Link,
bunch of
the
different types
champions.
that have different effects, so it's pretty
We're
fun
missing
to
one character playable
collect them and see
though.
what they do. Yep,
And
they
then
also have
by defeating the
yeah, so by defeating monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health or other such things. But the thing I really like about these is that they have little stories that go along with them. Little glimpses into the characters' lives between battles during this
Oh
war.
man.
The one that we just did, for example, is about a young child in Hateno village who wants to build a monster dummy so that they can practice using a two-handed sword. And so Link actually brings the materials to make the dummy, creates this dummy, helps him build it, and then they train together. And that's how Link is able to come up with an extra move for his two-handed sword. And I love it because Link's from Hateno
Link
village,
looks so fucking crisp.
so it's very cute.
So does
It's
Zelda.
his life.
And the champions. They
Yeah,
look
the world
crisp.
building
So,
is really excellent in this game.
yeah, we just strengthened this two-handed. I mean, sledgehammer is basically a two-handed sword type. So I'm going into the training mission where I can actually use this sledgehammer to showcase how the two-handed sword, two-handed weapon will work in this game. So I changed my weapon, and I guess I can change my tire.
Yeah, you can unlock different pieces of armor as you progress through the game.
Oh
and
shit.
You can equip or, I guess, unequip them and dress him up however you want.
They look nice.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
What about the rest of them?
This is
And
his,
also,
training attire.
and we also this is the chili fish skewer we just got from the recipe.
Can you redress Zelda though?
So I can use that.
Right, and every character will react differently to the dishes that you cook for them. And some characters even have favorite dishes, and they'll say something different when you give them their favorite dish. So it's a lot of fun to try out a bunch of different recipes and see which your characters prefer.
Yeah, and if you watch the TGS live stream, you
Man,
might have seen the
looks fucking
cutscene where it's
magnificent.
showing the tower actually raising from the ground. And that tower is actually going to be a base for Link whenever he goes to the next mission. So I think you just saw him kind of like warping from the tower to that new location where I'm going to be showcasing the 200 sword training mission.
Right.
Without
So
a
yeah,
shirt on.
it is a training mission. Without
Hey! Don't judge me.
I mean,
there's no
the two-handed
judgment.
sword is a lot of
If
work.
anything, I just feel bad for Link.
No, you know, he
I guess
works
there's
up
less
quite
fabric
a
to
Holy
hit away while
shit.
you're fighting.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a training level, so you're fighting against a lot of Hyrulean soldiers, and using the two-handed sword, which,
Damn.
you know, aesthetically does look a lot like how it was used in Breath of the Wild. In this game, it's slower but more powerful than the one-handed sword. But the fun thing about it is that he can use the unique action to strengthen his strong attacks. In exchange, he takes a little bit of temporary damage,
Like this.
like that. And in order to heal that temporary damage, you can press X to
100 KOs.
consume a meal in the middle of battle.
And,
I love the animation
Chico,
for him eating.
yeah, let's
Yeah, I
see,
love the
Chico.
animation for him eating.
Let's
Yeah,
get near
if
some
she'll do it
enemies.
for us.
Get near some enemies. Oh, no, not quite. Okay, so, but one of those
I
eating
just
animations is highly aggressive, and if Chico does it near some enemies, then
This
we
is-
will
this
see
is
what
awesome.
happens. And hopefully we'll get an opportunity to show you that because I love it.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
Aggressive
shit.
PvP,
I love it.
Shockwave blast, sending the soldiers flying.
I love that they included that in this game as part of the actual fighting style for the two-handed sword. I think it's a great homage to Breath of the Wild and people who played it like I did, which is to say having a stockpile of apples or something in my inventory so I could chow down when I'm being blown back by a strong attack that did lots of damage.
You can aggressively eat your apples and send those soldiers
Aggressively eat your apples. It's the only way to eat apples in this game.
If you burn,
All right, how many
apples,
KOs do
you
we
can
have?
actually get your own apples too.
Oh yeah.
So I have to kill
All right.
107 more.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're more than halfway.
I'd also like to point out that this location is very familiar. It appeared as ruins in Breath of the Wild, but now, before the Calamity, it's in its heyday. And it's very cool to see what it looked like before it got destroyed.
That is sick.
Yeah, and
Nice
Chico,
one,
maybe you can
Chico.
show us some lightning rod action.
What? Hold on.
Oh yeah, we did get to see the ice rod
This
before.
one?
Yeah.
Holy
that one.
shit.
You can do it. So, as you can see, she's timing her attacks for when that weak point gauge comes out. The big strategy against these stronger enemies is to cut down that weak point gauge and create an opening so you can do counterattack, which can be very powerful.
I like how they have a blimp of
Nice.
the map.
More.
This is sick. Can't wait to get my hands on this game so bad. Man, it looks so
I love
crisp.
the two-handed sword so much. I think it's my favorite. It's so satisfying, to just slam through all of these enemies, these thousands and thousands of enemies. And also to take a little break to have a snack here and then. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
I'm hoping we can.
I know your favorite
show some flurry rush too. Oh, of course.
I'm trying! I suck at this thing!
You
What?
don't.
No, you don't. You're doing great. You're almost there.
You need to find another one of those captains.
Wow, he's not good.
Holy crap, 400 KOs.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's Daruk!
It's my favorite. So he's very heavy moving character too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He moves surprisingly quickly for someone of his size, though, I have to say.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Oh!
You can do it, Chico. I believe in you.
Keep your own size! He's like 2 times
Oh my
bigger than me.
goodness.
Oh my gosh. That looks like a little bit of rough play for training.
They take their training very seriously.
Nice work.
Take
Nice
Yeah,
work.
wow.
Man, you made very quick
You
work
pick
of
them out really
Daruk. Good
fast.
job.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's cut away from this for a second. We have one other thing we'd like to show you. Chico's got to set it up, though. I love Daruk. He's so great. He's such a
Well, and it's really
fun character.
Yeah, and it's cool to see all the various characters, that we know and love from Breath of the Wild, but seeing them in this different setting and seeing all of their special moves and how those differ. I do really like seeing that, and I'm excited for what we're about to show you as well, you, the viewers.
Yeah, it's great. It's an amazing thing that they've done with this game to bring us into this era, you know, pre-Calamity, and show us all these characters and show us the intricacies of how they interact and how they perform in battle. It's stuff that I think personally, as a fan of Breath of the Wild, I wished for so hard, was the chance to be able to see these guys in their prime. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and not to bring the soup ladle up too much, but I do want to say I love that they included the soup ladle. You know, that they're bringing it back, and we see those same touches from Breath of the Wild in this game. And Chico mentioned that the weapons aren't breakable, so you really could, you know, equip that soup ladle if you wanted a serious challenge. You could fight with the soup ladle.
Serious.
You could
You know,
use
yes,
weapons to
choose
make
your own
the soup
adventure.
ladle stronger. Yeah. I love it. I love that when you use the soup ladle, you got the pot lid as a shield too. All right, so
Totally.
we're looking at Impa now.
Yeah. So what I want to
Impa's
show
pretty
is
cool.
in the distance, but I need to take care of these guys first. Close. So it's just in
Nice.
my way.
It's gonna be so confusing though with it all.
So obviously, this is a new depiction of Impa that we're seeing here, but Chico is about to show us just what Impa is capable of in the gameplay.
I love her. I love Impa so much. I think she's so much fun.
She's like a
play.
ninja,
She's
man.
so quick, and she has these different jutsu attacks that she uses, like the summoning of the frog. And the
Holy
creation of
shit.
her own.
They brought the
You did.
Bobokins
That was
back.
an
Fuck
impressive
yeah.
use of the electric rod, I have to say. And here we have a Hinox.
Damn, that's cool.
I love it. So yeah, as I was saying, Impa's gameplay, being able to absorb those symbols to create the clones and then strengthen the strong attack when she has all of her clones out is it's really fun. It takes a lot of strategy and timing. Nice. And you can see her Sheikah rune usage does differ from the other characters we've looked at today too. You can do it. So we discussed earlier the usage of runes in order to create openings to counter strong enemies, and it's even more.
I'd like to see
important
inside
you
under that
do that
base
fighting these big
of the
monsters
Hyrule.
too, because if you get the timing right on these, just like that, you can create
like
these
that.
great dramatic openings for yourself. And it really is vital that you get these weak point smashes in, because they do so much damage, and it can really make it easy to, or easier, I should say, to take these guys out.
To take out the poor Hinox that was just having a nap, minding his own business,
I don't
doing
know
his own
about that.
thing. Well, I mean, I would be grumpy too if I got woken up like that.
That's fair. Nice work,
Chico's
Chico.
doing short work at this guy.
She really is.
I love that flying squirrel move. The maniacal laughter, yes.
Nice. All right, I think that's all the time we have left for today. Let's stop beating up on this poor Hinox and let him go back to his nap. All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Holy shit, man. That looks fucking great. My god. Everything looks crisp as shit. See you guys in the next video.